Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy Chris coming at you with another episode to the Beautiful Struggle podcast. And this is episode number 40. And this is your first time tuning into the Beautiful Struggle podcast. This podcast is a business podcast and it's also a personal development podcast. All right. So the goal of this podcast is really to empower you guys to live the life that you truly deserve. That simple. We're all about positivity and we're all about uplifting each other on here. So if that sounds interesting to you, that's something that you want to tune into. We release a new podcast every single Monday of the week. Trying to stay consistent for you guys. And we release it bright and early. So if that's something you feel like you're interested in or something you want to tune into, please subscribe to the podcast below. Leave a rating and review down below. It would help tremendously. And if you guys want even more free content, free value, follow the podcast Instagram page at Beautiful Struggle Podcast on Instagram. That's at Beautiful Struggle Podcast. I release daily gems, value every single day, all day on there. So you'll get that in between, the podcast episodes. So with that being said, let's jump right into it. And, I hope you guys have been staying safe. I hope you guys have been staying healthy during this quarantine. And like me and many other people, we've had to make some crazy adjustments during this time. A lot of people have unfortunately got laid off. A lot of people are fortunate enough to be in a situation where they're working from home, like myself. But with that being said, in business, I've had to make a lot of adjustments lately, and it's been kind of crazy, but it's definitely been a challenge for me that I like to take on. For example, reaching new customers, reaching new clients. And for those of you that don't know, I am in the digital marketing industry. So, reaching out to new people, I love to connect with people and build new relationships. And obviously can't really do that right now. Can't really network, can't, talk to people face to face. Also, most businesses are really tight on their budget right now for the reasons of the whole quarantine and the COVID-19. A lot of businesses are actually laying people off. And they're trying to save money and they're kind of scrapping. And they're not looking to invest their money in marketing anytime soon. So for me, it's a challenge, but I'm the type of person where I'm not going to just sit here and let the world affect what I'm trying to do. I definitely want to, prove them wrong and still get new clients and still get even more business during this time than ever before. That's just the type of person I am, the type of mentality I have. Like, I just want to push through a wall. So for me, I really had to think outside the box on how to reach people, how to connect with people. I had to figure out how to be different and how can I do different. So one thing from studying successful people, great people, wealthy people, is one thing that they always do is they always give value. They have a giving mindset. They have a giving mentality. They have a giving mindset rather than a taker's mindset. And that's really what I wanted to talk to you guys about today on this podcast episode, is having a giving mindset rather than having a taker's mindset. Oftentimes, we always think, what's in it for me? What can they do for me? How can this affect me? How is this going to benefit me? And if it's not about me, then I'm not doing it and I'm not getting involved. And that's a taker's mentality and a poor mindset to have. So for me, with that being said, I had to immediately look to add value somewhere. I had to immediately find out and find where I can do this. So the first thing I did was I started texting past clients and even current clients and reaching out to people and saying, hey, how can I help you? I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm just simply trying to help you out and provide value. So whether that's hopping on phone calls with people and talking through the situation and figuring out how I can help them out or how I can give them practical advice, I'm going to do that. Also going on social media. If you guys follow me on at the Beautiful Struggle podcast on Instagram, I'm giving free value to you guys every single day. And it's really crazy because recently I joined a couple Facebook groups. I know Facebook is becoming extinct, but I think it's still a very valuable tool. And I joined a couple podcasting Facebook group, a couple networking and business groups on Facebook and even on LinkedIn as well. And the first thing you've seen in there, it's the first thing you see in there when you go in there is just people with a taker's mindset. They go in there and they try to figure out what these people can do for me. How can I benefit from this group? Follow this, listen to this podcast. Look at my business. Look at me. It's always like me in there. And it's crazy because you're just scrolling through and it's just like, man, no one's providing any type of value. No one's providing any type of mentorship or whatever the case is on here. They just want it to be all about them. So that was a easy opportunity for me to put a post up in the podcasting group about why you should start a podcast or the power of podcasting. And so many people hit me up and they love the content. So definitely going in places and seeing where I can serve and seeing where I can provide value. Those of you that don't know, our marketing business is actually in our city's Chamber of Commerce, the Fontana Chamber of Commerce. And in the Fontana Chamber of Commerce, there's about 200 other businesses in there as well. I'd say there's a lot. But a lot of people would find me crazy for doing this. But what I did, by the time you listen to this podcast, I reached out to every single business in the Fontana Chamber of Commerce and sent them an email on some practical advice and some practical tips that they can apply to their business right now during the whole quarantine, COVID-19 situation, just to help them out. You know, a lot of people are not digital right now, and I think it's the perfect time to take your business digital. I sound like a consultant right now, but I just wanted to add value to these people, honestly. And to be honest, I don't know how many people are going to reply and say thank you at the least. And I don't even know how many people are going to apply this information to their business. But I don't really care because I believe when your heart is in the right place, you're going to be blessed with what you need and what you want. And this really leads me to the next point of this podcast is building relationships. I strongly believe that strong relationships is one of the most important things you can have in your life. A lot of the people that I've got on the podcast and a lot of the people that I want to eventually get on the podcast, I'm currently building relationships with them and adding value to their life and who they are or even their business. Strong relationships are going to open up doors and open up opportunities for you and get you to where you need to be more effectively than really anything else that I can think of. And again, a lot of the relationships I built, they've all started with someone adding value and someone having a giving mindset. And really just to start to wrap all this up, recently I just finished this book called The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success, a great book. It's short. I read it in 2 days or so. It's a great book. One of the laws in the book, in the 7 spiritual laws of success, one of the laws is the law of giving. And something that stood out to me, and it's so simple, but it really blew my mind, is this is what it said in the book. This is straight from the book. It says, in fact, the easiest way to get what you want is to help others get what they want. And this is so crazy to me because most people are not willing to do that. Most people are not willing to let their ego down and go help somebody else build their business so they can eventually have their own business. If you want to be wealthy, if you want to have money, go help somebody else make money. Go help someone else become wealthy. If you want to, like I said, you want your own business, if you want to be the CEO of your own company, go help someone else become the CEO of their company. If you want to become a motivational speaker, a pastor, the president, or whatever the case is, whatever you want to do, go help someone else become that before you become that. Help someone else do it first. And And really, to end this thing off, I really try to live my life with a giving mindset, because I know a giving mindset will lead to an abundant life. So I think we should all start practicing during this whole quarantine of having more of a giving mindset. I know a lot of us are stressing out and we're going through a lot of stuff right now. But the easiest way to get through this is just to start having a giving mindset. And I challenge you guys out there to start with something small. And it doesn't have to be physical, or it doesn't have to be money that you're giving to people, but it can just be a phone call, a conversation with somebody, giving somebody comfort, showing compassion to people. That's all part of giving. And you know, I think that like the quote from the book, you know, I just will always go back to this, and I'll always apply to my life. The easiest way to get what you want in life is to help someone else get it first. I think that's absolutely amazing. And with that being said, if you guys enjoyed this episode, I hope that you guys share it with one other person out there that may need to hear this. Or may need to watch it. Go ahead and tune in on YouTube. Follow at Beautiful Struggle Podcast on Instagram. This podcast is available on all platforms, so be sure to share with people. And stay safe, stay healthy. It's your boy Chris, and I'll catch y'all next week.